The blackness.
two-hit
Alright.
multi-target attacks.
Your voices are coming through Twitch now, so sound check when ready.
Fuck, I should
I'm
take-
in the middle of doing some world
Okay.
quests in
Then I'll leave the music going, and we'll just
the
chill.
guitar.
I need to take some ibuprofen's in the car, so I guess I'm taking well, I can either take one ibuprofen or I can just take acetaminophen.
Have
I
you
like
tried gin?
Ibuprofen.
You could take gin.
No, because I can't have
Acetaminophen.
alcohol.
Oh yeah, I forgot that fucks with like antibiotics.
Well, it'll also fuck with my liver
Yeah.
with how much stuff I'm
Wait,
taking.
what is?
Let me just grab this clip that I forgot to grab before.
What clip?
I will eat your ass.
Hashtag Alex Jones eats ass.
Oh my Toy Story fell off the wall. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll just hold this guy the whole time.
TJ, are you in a hotel room?
No,
Oh, he's in his parents' house.
my mom's house. Mom and stepdad.
Your
Yeah.
mom and
John,
your two
stepdads
hit
aren't parents. You should know this.
Got my knee braces for work.
Fuck this goddamn world quest.
I'll wear 'em on my
Ewan's
elbows.
favorite way
You could
to
just
bitch
stop
about,
that before the word quest.
Ewan's favorite way to bitch about Roger Craig Smith, who is the person who currently voices Sonic the Hedgehog in the video game,
Oh my god.
is to say he sounds like a bad. He sounds like a stepdad, trying to sound cool. And I'm like, Ewan, that seems like really unfair to stepdad.
That's every Sonic.
No, sometimes Sonic sounds like Julia White.
Yeah, sometimes Sonic sounds like Urkel.
Sometimes Sonic and his brother and his sister sound like Urkel.
Hell yeah, Sonic Mania.
Sometimes someone wants to touch you. And
You gotta get that paper, you know. If you
Man,
when you run out of Urkel money, you gotta have a ton of Sonic money.
here's my conspiracy theory. So Sonic Mania got really big, but if you
Here's Spanky's conspiracy theory. 5G causes corona.
So Sonic Mania got really big, but if you take the first two letters and swap them around, you get Manic Sonia. And those are Sonic's brother and sister from Sonic Underground. So it's all a big conspiracy. I don't know what they're conspiring to do yet, but there's gotta be something.
His siblings are called Manic and Sonia.
Yeah.
All right.
And they play in a band. And they're part of a resistance of freedom fighters. But remember,
They're called the Sonic Underground.
Why wasn't that the movie? That sounds
Honestly,
great.
let me tell you something. That is an amazing cartoon because they do a music video about every episode, and there's like something like 50 episodes or 40 episodes, something like that. And there are not 40. There are not. I don't even actually really know how many there are. However many there are not that many good songs to be made in a extremely low budget Sonic the Hedgehog spin-off series cartoon. And they're all like
bangers.
some intern and this was made in the late 90s, so it's like some intern downloaded like Adobe Premiere 1 or something. It's like, whoa, transitions, drag them onto. Fucking amazing. There's one, there is my favorite song in that show is called Part of the Problem. And it's about how centrists are bad because if you're not part of the problem, or
Part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
What is it? It's
I will eat your ass.
It's you're part of the problem if you're not helping solve them. And I'm like, I fucking love that message.
I'll eat your ass.
I want to take a short, pointy thing.
I should make like a bunch of these.
And pop this swell spot from the inside of my mouth.
I love popping swell spots.
Because it's really hard.
TJ is gonna launch his new poppin' channel.
Mouth popping with TJ.
There's this website that probably still exists and like is hosting like adware malware or whatever.
Yeah,
it's called pogo.com.
I love Pogo.
And it was called pogo.com and it was in the early 2000s.
Matt, put our voices on Twitch.
We
I
are.
get level.
Let me
Okay.
just kill the music.
There
Let me just kill the music. The music that make us
There was a-
soul.
was a game on Pogo.com.
A gang?
It would a game because it was all Flash games,
Triple
Gang,
21.
gang.
and it was called Pop It, and it was basically like not Bejeweled, but like it looked like Bejeweled, but you popped everything that was touching each other the same color. My mom liked that game.
Swirl is similar to that. A few other games like that. Fuck. I know what you're talking about.
I'll eat your ass. I will eat your ass.
Oh my God.
Candy Crush, maybe.
No, Candy Crush is match 3.
Okay, stop. Let me hammer time.
Stop,
Let me
collaborate, and
listen.
listen.
Now I gotta watch Matt's 50 ads that he puts on his channel.
I didn't
Stop.
do
In
any
the
ads.
name
Oh, let
of
me do some
love.
ads real quick.
Please don't. I have 15 seconds before I can even listen to fucking.
Oh.
See, this is why I run ads. I didn't run ads, and now you have a pre-roll. So you're welcome.
Welcome.
You're welcome
All right.
for the advertisements.
All right, we're on. Let me just turn off Discord so I can only hear the audio from the Twitch. All right, where's Discord? Can you guys talk in Discord so I can tell which one?
Hi, Discord.
Hi, it's
Alright.
Discord. Discord here.
All right,
That's
so-
what God's being
all right,
honest.
this is John
Discord.
talking at his volume. Oh wait, let me start again. All right, now John's got his microphone at the place it's going to be when he actually talks, and here it is.
Yo, I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want. What I really, really want is to have a sound check.
It's your boy, mouth fuck up fucker shit.
And this
Yeah.
is that boy doing that
All right,
busty.
good.
We don't need Spanky's level.
Bustin'
It's true.
Good.
Thank you. That's good. Spanky's got a level.
I'm just gonna be honest.
Spanky's, talk about Bussy again, real quick.
Bussy. Fucking Bussy, man.
I'll admit it. I'll admit
Oh
it.
my god.
I'll admit it.
Okay, I guess there's only 2 I will eat your asses in this clip.
Wow.
But I have 2.
2 ass eatings per clip.
It's this one
I'll eat your ass.
and this
I
one.
will eat your ass.
He sounds like a demon in that.
Yeah,
one.
they added some modulation in the YouTube clip, but I like it.
My ass will eat you.
It goes well with...
Do we have a podcast stuff set up?
I haven't done it yet. I'm going in now.
I need to get in the doc.
We have a
my-
doc?
Yeah, Doc Holiday.
Cock Holiday, that's my porn name.
That's a good one.
You
right.
want to know what my
I know what it is.
Hey Matt,
What?
you want to know what my porn name is?
Yes.
Pickle Rick.
Claude Debussy.
The Bussy.
All right.
What? Did we record 390 last week?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, we're in 390.
No, 390 was Guy Fieri.
What?
2020, wasn't it?
Oh, no,
I don't
that
know.
was
I checked the videos, and the last one said 390, so I made this one 391.
Hold on, I just went to the sexnumber.com.
Oh yeah, the
Oh, that
website
was-
is 8 million behind.
Okay, yeah, it 380 was what it was. I knew it was a round number.
What have I been
Is that-
playing? I played also Aminal. Oh no, I already had that. What is the other game I bought? Oh, I bought Rocket League on Switch.
Cool.
I bought it on I don't remember what I bought it on, but I
have
bought
it on
it.
PS4.
I bought it for PC so that I could
Wait.
play it on Linux because I had Linux computer, and then they're like dropped support for Linux, and I was like, fuck this.
That's because Linux is for nerds.
Yeah,
It is
Linux
pretty
is for a loser. Linus. What a loser.
the way that the guy who made the Colonel pronounces it is Lena, but he's also
The Colonel like
bad.
KFC.
No,
Hello.
the Colonel like popcorn. You guys remember whenever they had like other people being the Colonel,
Yeah.
and they had like Melissa McCarthy
It
or
was
whatever
like
being the
every
Colonel,
week it was a different person.
and Kate McKinnon was the Colonel.
Coronavirus.
Colonel Ronavirus. Coincidence?
I don't think so. What did Alex Jones say to the chicken's thigh?
I will eat your ass.
I will
Matt.
eat your ass.
Play the fucking clip, Matt. Come on.
I'll eat your ass.
I like this one
I'll eat
better.
your ass. I'll eat your ass. I'll eat your ass.
I'll eat
It's
your
just very
ass.
nonchalant. It's like, oh yeah,
Like,
sure,
I'll
why
eat your
not?
ass. Oh yeah. Let's get on to
Let's
get
just do
started.
this right here. Do the magic sauce that makes that happen, and then hit the button. That was maybe
Can
a little
I-
bit too low. Let's do a little bit higher.
I'll eat your ass. I'll eat your ass.
Thank you.
That needs to be like, I need to make a 90s style techno song and just have that be in the drop.
I'll eat your ass.
It's almost fucking 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
I took my first
I'll eat your
antibiotic
ass.
dose on Tuesday. I shouldn't have this swelling in my face. Fuck.
Sorry, TJ.
Have you tried?
Sorry, TJ.
Okay, so I saw this documentary called Castaway,
Maybe-
and do
maybe you
you
got the
have any
corona.
ice skates?
No, I got knife skates.
That might work. Do you have any rocks?
I have cocks. Well,
That
singular.
also works.
Well, half
Just
of
knock
one.
your tooth out with a knife and a cock. It'll be fine.
Okay.
You know, I wasn't expecting to get into bite answers so early, even before the episode started, but sure.
Nice.
Yeah, get some bite answers, TJ.
Get some bust.
Fuck.
Get us
I
some
don't
bite
know if I've
answers.
gone to answers.yahoo.com.
Yeah, we could have 1,000 points. We could be currently worshipped as answer gods.
What if we are? What if it's like searching for Sugar Man? Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that doing Yahoo Answers on a podcast is like illegal.
Nah, I invented it. Do you guys want to do like pretend video game ideas? And like,
No, please God.
Oh, let's do that. It's like it's never been done before.
no, it's like this show, Cool Games Inc. Vancouver, that I heard.
I don't even know if that. Oh, I think that does exist. I think Ewan made a YouTube channel of that. So you still get old videos.
Can you make a URL that says official Cool Games Inc. podcast and goes to that YouTube channel?
Oh, fuck.
I mean, I can, but who is going to search official Cool Games Inc. podcast.com?
Then just make it whathappenedtonickRobinson.com.
Let me tell you something about Nick Robbins. Nope.
Remember when he got like Me Too'd
I do.
Yeah.
for like I don't feel like he didn't do anything as bad as some other people.
Well, he's no, like, on a scale
But it
of
was also
one
the
to
same
Bill Cosby, you know? But also, like, at the height of it, it was just like, we're fucking pissed off at everybody. Everybody gets the same punishment.
It was literally the same month that Harvey Weinstein got, like, publicly Me Too'd.
Yeah. I mean, I do think, like, it's probably correct that he got fired.
All right, here's our.
oh yeah,
answers.
he definitely need to be fired. He was
But
obviously
like, as
using
far as I
his
know, he's not,
position.
like, blacklisted or anything.
No, I mean he just does his own YouTube channel. He's a funny guy. Like he just shouldn't have used his position to.
How come
try
no
and score
homeless are
chicks.
dying off coronavirus hoax?
Oh, here's the
All
right,
answer. They
stop.
are
Let's
a
get
lot.
started. Let's get started. All right, ready? Ow!
You got a cut on your hand.
I cut my
I got
finger
lots of
trying
cuts
to
on my
repair
hand.
my lawnmower. By repair, I mean replace the lawnmower blades with
This one
sharp.
over here.
All right, Are we ready?
That one.
Sure, why not?
Ready? I don't have a drink, but whatever. I'll leave in the middle of the podcast to get a drink. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 391. I'm your host, as always, John_Danger, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt
I'll eat your ass.
Hag.
You got that in right away.
TJ,
couldn't
right
wait.
answers May.
Spankies.
Fuck, we're all here.
So how's it going, TJ? What happened with you? You went through some things. You said come on. Let's hear the story.
I went to the
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 It's a hopping place right now. Everybody's going to the
Yeah, there's a lot going
George
on.
Clooney, and all the other stars of ER.
Wow, George Clooney was like the first 4 seasons and then gone.
Oh fuck.
That's a real.
That's
that was
all
like
I
fun.
watched. I only followed George Clooney's career.
Yeah, when Clooney's out, I'm out.
It was like Roseanne, ER.
So my broken tooth got infected again, but that day it wasn't painful. It's just that, it got infected, but I feel the swelling here. But except for the swelling had now overtaken all of my left cheek.
Mm.
Mhm.
And I was like, yeah, I should take care of this. It's quite uncomfortable.
Mm.
I've been taking antibiotics for about 4 days now. The swelling is now more localized. There's a little hard spot of whatever was killing me. It's not been leaking, so I don't have to call 911 yet. But now I'm getting pain and weird tastes in my mouth.
Mm.
Yeah,
So that's cool.
Did you have your wisdom teeth out?
No.
Okay, because I was gonna ask you to compare it to that. Like, is it just like constant pain, or is it like a dull ache kind of thing?
A little bit of both.
Yeah, probably if you touch it, it's like a sharp stabbing.
How does it feel, TJ, to have an illness that would have killed you if it was 400 years ago, but you just went to a guy and they were like, take these little things, then you'll be fine?
I am jealous of 400 years ago.
That I get it.
Darwinism. I should have.
You know
been
what the
dead
worst
years
thing
ago.
is that my wife
My wife.
My wife.
and I have been watching VCR Party Live, which is a YouTube show that the Nick Brewer and Joe, what's his name?
Joe found
found-
footage.
Yeah, the Found Footage Festival guys.
Mr. Found
It's hilarious, amazing. They do a weekly show where they kind of watch clips, deep cuts. So they're like, 20,000 VHS tape collection they're going through. But I forgot where I was going with this story.
Something about
you
old timey
wife-
medicine.
Ah, yes. Wait, no. Mm-mm.
Were you gonna talk about the wound care video? Because that's
No.
awesome.
No. My
Okay,
God.
so-
I completely lost my train of thought on that one. It left the station. Guys. This is
Yeah.
what. No. Wait.
No.
Yes.
Wait.
So my wife and I were watching.
My wife.
Thank you.
My wife.
My wife and I were watching.
My
wife.
Thank you. Come on.
We can't do it. We're not fucking dancing monkeys, John.
Speak for yourself.
So we were watching the old episodes
Who
of
was?
that because they do a weekly show. We never really watched them all. We've watched a few, and so we're like 40 in out of like the 120 they've done, and it's like this amazing ability to like see into 2018 and 2019 when they were doing these shows. They're like, man, remember that? Remember when like the world wasn't a nightmare? And it
Yeah.
was just like I could go outside and go to like a grocery store and not think I'm going to die a week later because I coughed once.
Every once in a while, I'll text my girlfriend something like, "Do you remember bars? I miss bars."
It's like, do you remember going to a movie?
Oh man.
Remember going to like Target to look at like different like light bulbs and things that you could use in your house or like lighting fixtures?
No, because I don't live in a house. I live in an apartment, John.
You could change the light bulbs in your apartment.
Check your
Why
house
would I
for
do
butt,
that?
John.
They're just gonna make me pay for them.
No, what you do is you buy a bunch of shitty ones for like nothing, and then get them. This is what I did at our old apartment.
Yeah.
Because
John,
I
I'm
replaced
so
them all
far
with
ahead of
nice
you.
Yeah, no, you get a bunch of like nice LEDs so that you save
Yeah,
money, and then you put
Yeah.
shitty ones in when you move out.
That's exactly what I did. I did
Yeah.
the same thing. I put a really nice shower head in, and then
Yeah.
I took that one
And
with
John
me
used
and
it
put
for
shitty, like,
showering.
$2 one off Amazon in there. So I'm like, this is bullshit. Like I put bought a nice toilet seat, took that shit off. You get
I
some
thought
shit
you were
for 10
supposed to use the paper, not the seat, to take the.
Yeah, John just
Yeah.
rips off the toilet seat and wipes his ass with it.
That's,
It's a
I'm
really
big guy.
expensive habit. But you
Yeah.
know what?
I mean,
It's corona proof.
it gets the job done.
There's no
don't
run
have
on
to worry about
toilet
it.
seats right now.
Dude, is there still run on toilet paper? Is anyone-
No.
I'm
Like-
still in stock.
Yeah,
I mean, I bought,
a bunch
like,
of the
a
major companies like really pushed out a bunch of shit fast. Pushed out a bunch of shit fast. Because, well, at least like at the
Sounds
stores
like me
I go
after my
to,
Taco
there's a bunch
Bell.
of stuff where
Yeah.
Charmin was just like, fucking, just skip the labeling, just slap a sticker on it. It's fine.
Yeah. They yeah, I mean, like, I bought, like, just through Amazon Prime, like, just my normal, like, Prime pantry getting house supplies thing, I just bought like 2 packs of toilet paper just to replenish right before it all hit the fan, and I was like, wow, I'm glad I did that. I don't even have to worry about it.
Yep.
But I don't think anyone had to worry about it because it's ridiculous. Like, also your neighbors would probably let you borrow a roll.
Well, there's 2 things with that. Number one, since a lot of people aren't going to a work, they're not shitting at work. There's been a lot more.
That's true. A
personal
lot
use
more
toilet
home
paper
poops.
purchased, personal paper purchased instead of corporate paper purchased.
I'm just
I
gonna
don't know
go
what-
into my work and just steal a bunch of rolls out of that like janitor closet.
But my wife works at Target,
My
My
wife.
wife.
and her job lately has been stand outside the store, and if someone doesn't have a mask, say you can't come in.
Oh,
Why do
nice.
people fucking? Oh my god! Seriously, wear a fucking mask. It's you have a bandana, you have a t-shirt, put it over your fucking mouth. You goddamn insane people.
No,
But-
my rights, John. Why are you trying to make me communist by putting a mask on me?
Yeah, but what about my lefts?
Yeah. What about my lefts?
But yeah.
Anyway,
Now, guys, remember. Well, John would know because I think John has met my wife.
My
yeah,
wife. This is gonna get
Um,
really old.
I know. She is.
you guys did it.
5 foot.
You guys could just stop being married and it wouldn't come up anymore.
Oh, but I'd say my ex-wife.
My
Yeah, but that's
ex-wife.
different. That's like my ex-wife.
This is
Chili
why I got that
ass.
J-Date. This is why you guys have forced me to get that J-Date profile set up.
But yeah, she's a 5 foot nothing.
Yeah,
Like
she's
skinny
very
little-
tiny.
yeah, she's the least intimidating person to put in front of a store saying, "Sorry, sir, you can't come in."
Too bad
It's the
she
way she
doesn't work
talks,
at
too.
Walmart. I heard they give you an AR-15 for that job.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Waka
can I-
waka. Guns.
That's a really good joke, Matt.
It was a
Are
good
you
joke.
right for do you write for Stephen Colbert's Late Night?
Hey, hold on.
He's been legitimately calling himself Stephen Colbert again.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey-o,
That's
toilet
my rim
paper.
shot.
My rim job. All right, so moving on.
The
What?
busty.
Oh,
I'll eat your ass.
So something's happening tomorrow that I wanted to ignore.
okay, what's that? Oh, it's your birthday.
Fuck.
Oh,
TJ,
happy
you're turning
birthday. Happy
36.
birthday to
To
TJ.
you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
I've never seen
dear
anyone that hates
TJ.
birthdays more than TJ.
Yeah, I despise it.
Happy birthday to you.
There is one good thing.
How old
Okay. I'm just gonna
are
keep going,
you?
I guess.
There is
How
one good thing about becoming 36.
old are you? Oh, TJ, I don't know the
he'll get
rest of the
tired.
words.
I'll get tired.
How
I'll take a nap.
old are you?
So, I'm
TJ,
turning
what's the
36
good thing about turning 36?
is that not only, well, at least for me, not only am I, quote, a fucking square, but my age is square too.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's hip to
But
be.
you can still
I've
say
heard
you're
it's
in
hip
your
to be a square.
mid-30s. At that.
Goldfish in the chat says 1 year closer to death, which I feel like is a sentiment that you would feel
Oh yeah,
you would agree with.
This is the last year that I can
Holy
say I'm
fuck.
in my early 30s.
No, it's because early is 100% subjective.
But like once you get to 35, it's not really early anymore.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
know.
Is 34 early? Is that mid 30s? I think
You could get away with early. You should say mid 30s.
yeah.
But you could get away with
Regardless.
early.
You can
at 34, I was already like, if I hit my next birthday, I've failed because I failed to not survive the year.
Jesus
but
year.
you have to
I
pick
got
up
one of my
more
presents.
dangerous habits. Have you tried
I got a-
cocaine?
TJ,
got a
start
present.
smoking.
I should.
Please don't.
Start smoking in the midst of the corona thing.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I feel like I want to just go outside and just smoke it and say fuck it all.
I got
Ruin
one of my
me.
presents. Would you
What
like
is
to
it?
see?
Yeah. Oh, glad he was wearing pants for that.
Rodrigo, it's too fucking hot for you to sit on my lap.
Would you rather I not? I can remove
Cat
that.
cam. Aw,
All right, here we go. Here's my pants.
that's Rodrigo.
That is Rodrigo. He's a very
I know,
proper-
I can tell.
Well, TJ took his pants off.
He was
And-
wearing something.
I'm
Those are
getting
my
an
favorite
email from Twitch, and we are now off the air. So
All right.
Nice.
Mike, it's cat
Apparently
cam time.
I got shoes from my wife,
my
My wife.
which is probably her telling me she's probably kicking me out with these shoes.
Oh, that's
She's-
a really coded
These
message.
shoes were made for walking, and that's just what you'll do. And keep
Yeah, there
keep
was
it-
ass crack in that. Thank you, Goldfish.
Oh, I didn't even see. Dang. I'll have to get
Good.
Matt, clip that. Somebody clip that.
I will eat your
Quick
ass.
clip.
Dude, that was TJ's bussy.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
fuck.
Okay, what is this
Don't
bussy
laugh.
thing you keep mentioning?
Okay, so bussy is
Claude Debussy. King
Yeah.
of the Bussy.
Okay.
bussy
I'll
is
say
butt. It's butt pussy.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
boy pussy.
And I don't remember how it got brought up. I'm pretty sure John and I were playing World of Warcraft.
We just started saying Bussy.
bussy.
So
We
I don't
call it
remember
really bussy.
exactly what, but basically I like to say that word because it frequently has the red bee emoji for the bee,
Okay.
and I really like the red bee emoji because like I always imagine myself when I say like to try and emphasize the red bee, like my cheeks
Bussy.
like bussy, like that's how I say that.
Fun to say.
It's boneless.
Yeah,
Bossy.
Yeah.
so that's why I started saying bussy.
Yeah, we got way
and-
into it.
Yeah, we got pretty listen, we got pretty deep into the bussy and we are having trouble getting
I'm gonna
out
fix that.
at this point.
So the other thing I want to mention about that is that we did find that the website URL thebussy.org is available. So
I don't know if I'm gonna get the bussy.org.
I don't think you should.
Can
No,
we
If
do
it
like
was
a
a
parody
downloadable-
song of
Let me
Bossy,
tell you
but
something.
with Bussy?
Here is a website that is available for me to purchase. Bussy.horse. I could purchase Bussy.horse.
Bussy.horse.
that is perfect. We'll have to figure out why Nightbot did that. I don't know why, but I'll have to fix the setting.
What did Nightbot do?
It timed out our chatter. I don't
Oh,
know.
good.
Timed out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
Nightbot,
job.
that's what we want on this fucking show.
Well,
People
no,
not
what's weird-
participating.
What happened was our viewer clipped the Twitch thing of TJ's
Oh,
butt
yeah.
and tried to post the clip to Twitch.
And it
it-
banned him.
Oh, it
instantly.
doesn't
Yeah.
like links?
Yeah.
Damn,
You
Louie.
gotta turn that off somehow.
Yeah, what the hell? He did it. He did what we
uh,
asked, and all we did was ban.
We are not respecting that bus.
Oh yeah, here, let's do this. Let's whitelist the Twitch domain. And that should fix it. Technology. Hey, listen, Goldfish won just for that.
I'll eat your ass.
All right. So you guys want to talk about the Rona real quick and get it over with?
Yeah, let's get
Yes.
Rona over with.
Let's get the Rona over with. So
What?
I'm just gonna continue to wait until Matt plays the music cue
Oh, fine.
because you've always been.
Let's see if this works.
Yeah, so a bunch of like middle-aged white guys with buzz haircuts took their AK-47s and stood in front of an Applebee's and yelled because they couldn't go into an Applebee's bar. Is what's happened now.
Okay, first off, let Applebee's die. If you go to Applebee's, I'm cool with you being no longer.
Dude, I was on a work trip, right? And I was like, where? Because when you're ever on a work trip and you're alone in a new like place, and you're got your hotel, and you're like, man, I gotta go eat something, and it's I've done it. It's super awkward to sit alone in a restaurant eating by yourself because you're super self-conscious that everybody else is seeing you eating alone. Even though if you're in like a businessy area, lots of people are doing that. And it's just like, I gotta have my phone out so like I look like I'm doing something while I'm eating. So I'm not just staring into the nothingness while I eat. Or you just get it to go and take it up to your room. But I was like, I need to get something to go and I don't feel like doing fast food. So I got Applebee's Carside to go the last time I was on a work trip for probably ever. Because nobody's allowed to leave anywhere anymore. So I won't get to do that. But I got their popcorn shrimp. And it was adequate.
Now that's shrimp and popcorn, I assume,
Yeah.
because it's Applebee's.
Yep. I thought it was pretty good. But I also was just starving, and it was good.
Whenever I hear of Applebee's, I always just assume that it's all apple-based products, because it's been like forever since I've been to one. Like fried apple slices with like butter
That's
and sugar. What's that?
That's Cracker Barrel.
Oh yeah.
So
you can get some good ass catfish at Cracker Barrel too.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I don't want to. Like I don't really have any serious Rona updates, like science wise, other than the fact that.
Well, that's the end of our Rona update.
Well, no. I mean, I'm gonna say a couple things.
Oh.
Just that the nationwide. New cases per day are pretty much plateauing, if not on a slight increase. So the
What's
social
the
distancing
word
measures have
on-
worked quite well in slowing it down. But
What's the
It
word
also
on
seems
testing? Is that like, is it possible that's like an artificial plateau because we're just not testing enough, or do we?
that
Pretty
is
much...
possible. But I think that statistically they would say that we're testing the same as we were back, at the start of April and the end of April. The amount of cases per day is not really rising. So, but that kind of goes to show you that even with the social distancing, people are still getting sick. It's just different people now. It's people in grocery stores and whatnot getting sick. And then you have assholes without masks going up there and yelling about how they need to be able to have the freedom to go infect other people. And it's just a nightmare. And also
freedom over fear.
I mean, I did see a sign that said "Arbeit macht frei," which is the work will set you free, which is also what was written on Auschwitz. I don't think that's a phrase that you want to co-opt as part of your protests.
I saw one that said "Let my people go" at -LF, so it was "Let my people golf." So
yeah, I saw that.
Anyway. It's just bullshit. I mean, I mean, like someone posted this and it was amazing. And they said the anti-social distancing bullshit protests are basically, remember the movie Independence Day?
Yes.
And all those people that went onto the giant building
Yeah,
were like,
yeah.
yay, aliens! And then they all got blown up. That's these people. That's the people that would be in that movie. You're like, who'd be dumb enough to do something like that in that movie? You're like, oh, wait, actually, never mind.
it's gonna be
People
really wild if there's like the protests started maybe like a week ago, I think. So we've got another week to go before we see possible like resurgences in these states. If there's like, I don't know, these people probably gather somewhere. If there's like a huge outbreak and some like gun meeting, which I'm assuming is his thing. That's gonna be fucking weird.
And the craziest thing to me is that these protesters, the age group of these protesters, are the highest risk people.
Oh,
They're over 50, over 60, not in shape. Like looking at Madison, Wisconsin, which is where we live, some of us.
All the important ones.
They just posted their actual they put up a lot of real big graphs about the various cases, and looking at the hospitalization rate, there's 3 people under the age of 50 that have been hospitalized in Dane County. Those it's and there's 1 person who's died under 50. Out of the 20 people that have died and the 120 people hospitalized, it is really dangerous if you're older to get this. You are going to get sick as fuck, and even if you're our age, you could get sick as fuck and be in trouble.
That's a crazy thing that I've noticed too. Like whenever I go to the grocery store, if there's somebody that's not wearing any mask or anything, it's like a 70-year-old dude. It's always a dude, and it's always like 70.
And I think part of it is just this. I mean, it's not necessarily just Trumpism. I mean, it's something that's been happening with people of an age. It's just that it's like an expert syndrome where people think that they know more than everybody else, and people say millennials got participation trophies and we all think that we're special and the best, but somehow we're the ones listening to orders and not thinking we know.
Hey, look,
more
we're not the ones
doctors.
that called ourselves the greatest generation, you fucking dick big.
But we are the greatest generation.
Fuck, what was I going to say? Never mind, moving on. How's the drugs?
No. Yeah, okay. So remdesivir was in a clinical trial, and it got to the point in the clinical trial where, they moved the goalposts a little bit, and I've seen some articles talking about this. Basically, they had a trial of this drug with 1,200 people, and they were testing outcomes. The 2 outcomes are fatality rate and mean time days to recovery. And they had a double-blind placebo trial, the best clinical trial you can get. And they have a rule when they do clinical trials during emergencies like this saying, if they ethically find that the treatment is working, when they get to a halfway point where they can prove statistical significance, they have to give the drug to everyone because they don't want people to continue being sick when they have something. And that's what happened with remdesivir, is that they got to the point of the study where they found the mean time to recovery without the drug was 15 days, and with it was 13, which was statistically significant. The fatality difference was 13% without, 8% with, which wasn't statistically significant. But the p-value of that was 0.059, and to be statistically significant, it needs to be 0.05. Very close. And they said possibly if they would have been able to continue the study and get more data of people enrolled, it could have changed to be statistically significant, quite probably. So, but let's talk about that. The difference, it's not a miracle cure.
Yes,
this is something that is a good way to put it. Doctor will say is this is another piece of in our treatment toolbox. It's something we can give people that we know works, but it's in no way let's open up the country. We've got a cure. It is we can possibly save the sickest people. And the other terrifying thing is the fact that it is the blood clots are now. It seems to not be a lung disease. The coronavirus is a ACE2 disease, which also happens to deal with the blood vessels. It attacks your blood vessels as well as your lungs. It's just it enters the body through the lungs, and then it gets into your blood vessels through the lungs.
And it just happens to be a bunch of really sweet, juicy, exposed blood vessels in the lungs.
Exactly, in your alveoli. Yes, this is how it gets in there, and it can cause a lot of clotting problems. Not with everyone, so that's why older people with hypertension, diabetes, and people that already have a lot of blood clotting issues are predisposed to that. Have the blood clotting problems. The other thing is, I could go into so much detail about this because I've been watching so many medical lectures about this because I've gotten way into it.
Okay, but you're going to have to dumb it down for us non-sciences.
So basically, the way the virus works is that it takes over So you have ACE2, which is like a little binding site on cells and things, and this virus sticks into that binding site instead of what normally in your body would, which is angiotensin converting enzymes, which basically rid your body of like bad stuff, like oxidative particles. So like that's like causes inflammation and things, and basically, so this virus is taking away your body's ability to remove like bad oxidative particles from your body. So it just makes you sick. And then in older people, that really fucks you up because it'll fuck your organs up.
So
whereas
you're
younger
saying
people,
the cure is,
you can bounce back.
The cure is like blueberries and dark chocolate.
No, I mean those are antioxidants, yes, and having a diet strong in those is good, but taking a high dose of that's not going to fix you. It's more about the people who's like diabetes, who have like long-term problems with their whole renal system. They just won't be able to deal with it as well.
Has anyone checked on Wilford Brimley in a while?
I hope he's in a bunker safe somewhere.
Honestly, I thought he was already dead.
No, he's alive.
Yeah.
But here's the thing too. If you have type 2 diabetes and you have it under control, you're good. Like
Wilford Brimley was an actor in a film named The China Syndrome. Just
so
you know.
Fuck!
Fuck!
The Matrix.
Where's the sound? God damn it! Where's the sound? Oh, there it is.
Okay. We broke the simulation. So anyway, that's it. The other thing I wanted to talk about is what are you guys doing? How's your daily routines changed?
Okay.
I started a new thing.
Okay.
So I was going to ask you guys new things that you have done.
Yeah.
So new things that you've started trying or doing because of the coronavirus.
Bussy.
I was going to say Bussy is
lots of
definitely
Bussy.
a top one. Lots of Bussy.
Lots of eating ass. A lot of letting Alex Jones eat my ass.
Yeah, that keeps your immune system good.
Yeah.
All the ass eating.
The new thing that I've tried. So I have a pretty bad. I don't know about bad, but I have an overbite. And I grind my teeth really badly, and the medication I take makes me have ticks and things.
Okay.
I'll like twitch my leg or whatever. And grinding my teeth is my biggest thing. So a lot of times I was still grinding my teeth back and forth, and that's bad because it'll fuck up your TMJ and all this stuff. And it's already to where if I want to open my mouth all the way, right at the very end, it goes and takes a little hard turn before it gets back into it. But it's not painful yet. So I'm you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy a mouth guard to wear to sleep. So the very first time last night, I got the mouth guard in from Amazon, and I've done this before when I played sports in elementary school, but basically you drop it in boiling water and you buy it.
So you just got a straight up sports mouth guard?
No, it's for sleeping.
Oh, okay.
But it really, they're just soft plastic things. As far as I know, they're the same kind of plastic as you would get in a sports mouth guard, maybe soft. So last night was the first night I slept with that thing, and I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning, and I wasn't in pain from it, but I thought I probably woke up early because of I was like, oh, I need to spit this out or something. But I wasn't tired really when I woke up, so that was kind of weird. So I've been that's one reason why I took a nap today. I don't typically take naps. And the weird thing is that already it has altered where my teeth want to be. I also wore the mouth guard when I took a nap. So I almost don't have a overbite whenever I smile now. So that's weird for me because I've always had an overbite my whole life, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. But not the fangy teeth, but the ones in between your front teeth and the fang and the incisors. I don't know what those are called. The ones in between those. The fang incisors. But the ones in between the incisors and the front teeth, on the top and bottom now rest on like each other, and I've never had that sensation. Fucking weird.
So like every
but
time
what-
you close your mouth, it's just like, this is fucking
Yeah.
weird.
Like I've got different teeth touching each other. But what's weird is my back teeth don't touch each other when I smile anymore. So if I go to chew, I gotta like pull my jaw back so that my teeth touch each other again. So I think I'm just beginning to adjust to that, and it's a really weird sensation.
Yeah.
I also had a fucking terrible migraine today, and it happened whenever I got it whenever me and John were playing World of Warcraft raiding in Nile.
So I think I know what caused that, and it's not World of Warcraft.
You don't think it was?
I think it's John. I think
John-
John
well-
causes migraines.
What? What's going
What?
on, guys?
No, nothing's happening.
Nothing's
Anyway.
happening.
You know what's really funny about that? I guess I'll get personal here about my life. But I don't
My
know,
life.
Have I talked about on the podcast that I am now part of the Prozac Nation?
I don't remember if this specifically came up.
I don't think I actually talked about this. We talked about
sometimes
it
I
off
get
the
confused
podcast,
what
but-
we talk about, like in person life and
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Well, now especially because the only time we can ever talk to each other is via the internet like this. So
Yes, like,
No,
hey, this is our Discord hangout. Is this
yeah,
friend hangout or podcast
Mm-hmm.
hangout?
yeah. So I started taking SSRIs earlier in the year, which is a great time. Great time to have it. I've had anxiety issues my whole life, and actually like think about this back in like when I was in high school and shit. Like there was stuff that happened. Like I went on like a scouting hiking trip thing, and I like got super sick, you know, with like altitude sickness and stuff. And I was like, oh, I was just homesick or that. And I realized I was having panic attacks. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
definitely what that was when I was like 15. And I've been having them for a long time. And I actually, it's unfortunate because it was about 10 years since I've had the last bad ones. And then all of a sudden this year started right before COVID. So just got it in under the wire, got them in there. So I'm sure if I wouldn't have started before, it would have happened after. But I started taking SSRIs, and I wanted to bring this up because you talk about, grinding your teeth. I have the opposite problem. So I have obstructive sleep apnea, and so I wear my sexy nose mask. What is it? The Simpsons quote? It's the sexual tent that gives me magical sexual powers. Or
Oh,
whatever,
the
gas
oxygen tent. Yeah.
The oxygen tent. Yeah, that's what I sleep in. So no. But my mouth hangs wide open when I sleep, and I'm a drooler and everything. So I'm like, oh. And so
Like
when
your
I have
dog.
when I have the mask on, it's in my nose only, because I don't have the full face one because I have a beard, and also I'm terrified of the full face one because if the power went out, that's a problem that can happen. So,
But the full face one makes you look like a fighter pilot.
It
Like you
does,
could pretend
actually.
you're in an X-wing.
but so I just have a little nose cone thing, and it's comfortable enough that I don't even notice it anymore. And I wear it every night, and it's amazing. It's made me so much like better. Like I feel so much more awake all the time, and it's amazing. I've also haven't had coffee in like 2 months now because of my anxiety, and caffeine's a trigger for me. So I had to stop. Hopefully I can go back on it. We'll try, hopefully. No, I have the opposite problem, wide open. But one of the side effects of SSRIs is jaw clenching. And so I feel like with my wide open ass mouth and the side effect of jaw clenching, I'm now normal.
It's just even.
Like I wake up, I don't have like a bone dry mouth. I don't have like, pain in my jaw from clenching or anything. It's like I'm just normal now.
It's just like
perfect.
dumping the salt in the fresh water and
Probably
a
the
pinchy's
worst
tank.
part about
Yeah.
being on Adderall is it makes you just slightly more dry, I guess. That's why my humor is very deadpan
British.
as of late.
Mhm.
Um,
Thank you.
But the worst thing is like you'll get chapped lips a little bit easier, but like I always put on like chapstick.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what it is, but like after I brush my teeth, I feel like the toothpaste dries out my lips, so I always just like forever have just put on chapstick right after I brush my teeth. So
Yeah.
I haven't really had a problem with chapped lips.
Mhm.
But Some people who have nosebleeds will have worse nosebleeds. I've never had a nosebleed in my life, so that's not been an issue. But what is an issue
Well,
is
those people
dry.
are snorting it.
Dry
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, dry eyes. I've always had kind of dry eyes, especially because like if you play video games, you don't blink as often as you should. If you play video games, you don't blink as often as you should. So when I go to sleep, I don't worry about
When I
should.
go to sleep, my eyes are wide open. That's a side effect. You're just
well, you know,
He
that's
actually
like,
goes to sleep in that like the
from Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, the Clockwork
thing that
Orange
holds your
thing.
eyes open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But he
the
has
reason-
eyedroppers in that.
Yeah, the reason it made me
You
think
need
of
to
it
get that.
because you said a bone dry mouth, and I wake up and my eyes like won't turn left and right with my eyes closed. Like I have to open my eyes in order to move them, and then close them again to get like a little moisture, and open them again. But I can't move my eyes when my eyes are closed.
I imagine that when you try, like when you first try to move your eyes, it makes like ASMR mouth noises, and it's just like
but the dry mouth is terrible because it's really bad for your teeth because it because your saliva has inherent good bacteria in it and everything, and so when you have a dry mouth, you're just opening up for bad bacteria. So I'm glad that I have a really busted ass elastic chin strap that I used to wear that keeps my mouth shut, and it was uncomfortable and I hated it. And now I don't have to wear it because of the SSRIs. But the only problem with SSRIs is that I have like hives all over my palm. You can't really see them on this.
okay.
I got palm hives. as a
Palm
side effect.
hives.
So I've switched to a different one, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Because it's like as soon as I cut my dose, it felt like I was on a roller coaster all day.
Yeah, the transition really fucks up your brain.
And it's funny too because that it's just interesting how your body chemistry works, and it's just like you're switching to a different SSRI. It's the same thing. Your serotonin level should be also controlled the same way, but it uses a different like mechanism. So your brain's just like fuck, dump it all.
Your brain's like, what the fuck? I just got. What the fuck is happening? Jesus Christ!
And then it takes like a day or two to get back. And I feel like that because I felt terrible the last 2 days. I started on Wednesday switching over, and just today, this afternoon, I started feeling way better. So I'm like, oh, thank God, it's back to the smooth sailing I was on with the first drug. Hopefully the hives go away after a little while. If they don't, then I get to try another one, or they said that I could try some other types of drugs that might not cause this, that might help me with my anxiety, because the world's not getting any less anxious for a while. So I feel like I should probably stay on this for a while.
Hey TJ, since you already talking about your medical problem, what fun new thing have you tried during quarantine that's actually a fun new thing?
Sorry, I did derail, but I just want to bring this up before TJ goes in. It's really important for everyone to talk about their mental health with their friends and really think about not just what other people are doing, but think about how you're doing. Work on yourself, like this part of the taking the SSRIs and stuff was me just saying, because I didn't want to take them for the longest time. Just like, I got to do something. And I did it. And you have to just, don't have that stigma. It's okay. Everybody takes them. Basically.
Yeah, basically at
is
this
what you
point,
find out.
I know so few people who aren't on some type of like anxiety medication.
It's
and it may
because
just be because the people I hang out with are sane and they need it to fucking exist in this world. I don't know.
It's almost like the world is now built to where the human brain can't handle it without chemical help.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense if you think about like what our physiology evolved in. And how much that's changed over the past 100,000, 2,000 years. It's fucking crazy. This is not...
Honestly, ADHD, like I have, is kind of like in the wild, like outside of capitalism, human society, extremely useful. Because you have hyper focus. So if something needs your attention, like, there's an enemy in the camp and you have to like focus on it or whatever, you get your hyper focus. But you use next to no fucking energy outside of that. And you're basically just like completely useless. So you don't need like to have fuel during that time. So it's obvious why it existed. Evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You always needed like a couple of ADHD people in the tribe, and like it's funny, like a lot of mental disorders and stuff. You could see like, well, I could see why a tribe would need one of those people. It's just TJ.
Yeah, and yeah, so that's enough of the serious stuff. Let's talk about fun stuff. I'll have a fun thing to share too, but I want TJ to talk because we talked over him, and I talk over everyone. So
it's true.
I want.
What?
Have you tried
TJ, what
anything fun and
have
new?
you tried anything fun and weird and new in the COVID?
I got a fucking job. Fucking sucks.
You must be trying something new. Come on. What's going on? How's your routine changed?
I got the job. I spent about $200 replaying Final Fantasy X again
Oh, because you had to get a Switch.
because I had to get it on Switch. Yeah,
Yeah. So you just were.
Switch while my stepdad was playing it on PS4.
It's gotta love that FF10. You're just addicted.
Have you checked out the remastered
Be a
one?
delay
that
right now
by
because I hear your guys' responses way late.
Oh. Listener,
What?
turn off your radio.
Hang on one second. I'm gonna jump back in. And jump
Okay,
on
John, what's your fun thing?
Okay, my fun thing is nothing. I'm not doing anything.
No,
Okay.
me and
Well, I
John
got a
did
rice
both do
cooker.
some.
No, I've been ripping
Mad
MST3K DVDs and getting my like Plex server set up with all these, as well as that. And Matt, if you would like to join the MST3K, we can talk about it after the podcast.
Sure, I don't
'cause
know how
have a lot
Plex
of-
works, but that reminds me of something that I didn't even think to say. Like, I discovered in the past week or so that both MST3K and Rift Tracks have Twitch channels where they
Yes.
just are constantly streaming old episodes.
So you can just turn it on and watch something.
yeah, it's
awesome.
fucking great.
So I have both of them on follow, and it's great. The other fun thing I did, and I think a bunch of us did. I don't know if Matt did.
No,
because
I didn't.
We talked about rice cookers last
But
week.
I
Well,
did
two
get
of
a
us-
rice cooker.
Two of us did this.
And let
we
me
talked
tell you,
about-
my Midwestern upbringing led me to believe that if you add a can of cream of mushroom soup to anything, it becomes food. But
Yeah,
that's just a lot more bland than I remember it being.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
It tastes like
Yeah.
nothing.
Yep.
yeah. You gotta spice that up with something. But let's talk about McDonald's McMiracle rice. So you did it too, Spanky, huh?
I did it too.
There are
Based-
photos on our Discord if you want to
Yes,
find
there-
that. Yellow 420.
photos on the Discord. John, I forgot about it because I usually drink.
Yeah.
I could end the sentence there. I was gonna say during podcast.
Yeah.
I usually drink regardless.
I
So-
honestly thought the sentence was going to end.
Yeah. But I forgot about it, and then day before the podcast,
Yeah.
John's like, "Oh, we're doing the miracle rice tonight." As I was eating bratwurst and sauerkraut.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I could make more bratwurst because I was still hungry, or I could go to McDonald's and do it too. Because that way, if it sucks, I could just make more bratwurst because that was my
Exactly.
plan.
You already got something else you can eat, so you just
Had
throw
my
out the
backup.
garbage.
I
You're,
went.
you're out
and-
the $6 or $8 or whatever you spend at McDonald's.
Yeah, and it was actually $12.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I haven't been to McDonald's in a while, and my wife bought it.
Yeah, my wife.
Okay, so assuming that not everybody is like a rabid born in the 80s fan, let's
Wow.
start off by explaining what McDonald's Miracle Rice is.
Well, I brought it to the podcast, so I'll explain what it is. It is you basically get your rice cooker and you pour in some rice. We did 3 cups of rice. The little tiny rice cooker things. So I think it makes 3 cooked cups of rice. And I don't know how that fucking. It was the 3, the line of the 3, and I used 3
You
scoops.
put 3
whatever that
rice
is.
in.
So no, not ricin. That would kill you.
3
But
rice. And
3
ricin.
grains of rice were put in there. I rinsed the rice, put it in there, and instead of water, it informs you to add. Now, this may be where we fucked up, Spanky, because the original article from Rocket News 24/7 in Japan, or whatever it was originally called, that blog doesn't exist anymore, said they use Coke Zero. So maybe Coke Zero would taste awful. Like, no, I'm gonna use regular Coke. So you pour regular Coke in as the water for your rice, and it looks awful when you do that because it's just brown rice.
It looks like garbage.
And so then you can see, I took a photo, I think, of just the rice part or water part.
All of the
It's
photos
bad.
that both of you posted were very beige.
Yeah. And so then so when you go to McDonald's,
Welcome to my life, Matt.
you buy
Everything's beige for me.
you buy yourself a
No,
You buy yourself-
Spanky. Beige is like a gray, but browner.
yeah. You buy a Big Mac meal, and we did large fries. You know, there's two of us, and a large Coke, and which is great because I had leftover Coca-Cola drink. And McDonald's fountain Coca-Cola is somehow like the best Coca-Cola you can drink. I don't know, they must put extra sugar in it or something. And they actually fucked up our order and only gave us one large fry because we also ordered a 10 nugget meal with large fries just so we would have like enough to make for two people, you know. And so otherwise you could just get like a 6-piece or a 4-piece. You just want some nugs to throw in there. And so you get the fucking brown ass water with the rice, you pour your fries over it to make like a layer of fries. And then on top of the fries, you put the Big Mac. And then what I did was I put the 10 nuggets, and then I took the barbecue sauce packets and sprinkled it all over it, popped the top on the rice cooker, hit white rice, and let her go. And then
That's
after
identical
20
to what I did, except
after okay, good. After 20 minutes, your house begins to smell like steamy McDonald's out of the top of the rice cooker. And you're like, it's working, I guess.
This is the thing I've chosen to do with my life.
Yeah, and boy, does it is interesting. Spanky, I want to hear. I've done this before. This is my second time doing it.
Yeah.
I want to hear your first timers comments.
Okay, so originally we brought this up. You brought this up last week on the podcast because I said I'll eat fucking anything, and I literally will. And when I was doing this, I was like, all right, I can see how this is gonna go because like I love Big Mac, I really do. They're terrible.
Yeah.
Like I recognize they're not food, but I fucking love them.
What's something about
Yeah.
like that salt and fat and like
Acid and
Thousand
heat.
Island dressing they got on there? It's just like,
Yeah. So I was like, if this just ends up tasting like Thousand Island dressing and cheese and rice, I'm okay with that. Like, I mean, like that's weird, but the whole fucking thing is weird. So whatever.
Yeah.
So when I put it in the rice cooker, and turned it on, I was just like, the thing I think the thing I pretty much knew going into it, I'm like, there's no way the rice is gonna absorb. Like,
No.
between it being carbonated,
I don't
and-
remember the first time I did this being a problem, but I had the same problem you did. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm like, it's carbonated, so I feel like when the heat hits it, it's gonna like caramelize really quickly, and then like the parts of water that are in it are gonna immediately evaporate. It's not. That is what happened. The rice did get cooked. It wasn't like eating raw grains of rice.
No.
It was just very, it was very chewy rice.
Yeah. I had very chewy rice as well, and there were pockets that were more cooked than other pockets. So
yeah, it
I
was a
think
little bit
it
like
being
that.
carbonated was not good.
So I'm gonna say the Big Mac was fine, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like steamed. It's very soft.
yeah, the thing about it is I don't think there's a taste difference at all for any of the big like.
No.
The bread is extremely soft, but the bread didn't fall apart for.
No, it didn't
Like,
either. You can
And it's
cut
because
it.
it's because it's fake bread. It
Yeah.
like 1 million pounds of preservatives in it,
Yeah.
so it's
Oh,
meant
man.
to withstand nuclear winter.
Yeah, like my first thing was like the bun's gonna be fucking gross, but I forgot to factor in the fact that it is not a real bun.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Can't
if you had baked your own buns to do some shit like this, it would be goop. But it's McDonald's preservative bun,
And
so
then
of
you
course
would
it is.
shove it up your vagina with a jade egg.
Your bussy.
No, with your
You
bussy.
should put this giant egg in your bussy.
A goop bussy, a bussy goop. So the Big Mac was fine. There was nothing wrong with the Big Mac. It was exactly like the Big Mac that I liked eating. The fries were the worst part, and it's because my fries were not really fresh. So they were already kind of limp when I got them, and whenever they hit the Coke and the heat, they just became like gooey lumps of. I mean, like they didn't like become gooey, like that they stuck together, but they just had no texture to them.
Well, and I think part of the problem with the rice not getting enough is I think the fries soak up a lot of that liquid.
Yeah.
As well. And the fries are literally there just to sacrifice themselves so that the bottom bun doesn't become complete liquid.
Yeah.
So
the nuggets, like I was expecting the breading on the nuggets to fall right off basically and become smush. But they didn't for me. And I don't know what arcane wizardry, but like in my images, I think you can see the nuggets have all the breading on them just fine.
my nuggets breading just plopped right off.
And I think the reason might have been because I did not put the barbecue sauce on anything.
Yeah, I drizzled
that. So like while it had steam going after it, it didn't have like a big old glob of like
liquid on
mostly
top.
corn syrup to like slock that off. So that was good. Anyway, I purposefully like I was like I could plate this if you want to say that and make it look like nice with air quotes. But like no, I'm just gonna like take a big old spoon and just
Scoop
like
it
dip it out and slap it into my little bowl here. So my image after I cooked it is just that, and then I was like, I since I had already eaten earlier, I was like, well, I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna go one step further, and I'm going to have microwave leftover McDonald's Miracle Rice, and because that's like the final boss of Miracle Rice, I guess. And I saved it in a Tupperware, and then my second picture I sent is just the Tupperware, because like I wanted it to look as disgusting as possible. So I just put the Tupperware right in the microwave and ate it, and let me tell you something, there was no texture or taste difference whatsoever. Except the rice was softer because like there was
the most real food.
Well, no, because it was there was condensation in the Tupperware. So whenever I microwaved it, the rice like finally got the like amount of water content they needed to become soft.
Matt, is the stream getting the photos?
Yeah, I can make. Well, it's getting a photo.
Yeah. But make it big. I want to.
Okay, it's big
photos.
now. It's big now.
All right. So since we got listeners who can't see this, you can go on our Discord and see the photos we're talking about. But this is the first one I talked about where it's just Coke in rice, and it looks gross as shit. Gross. My favorite part about this photo is that you can see my feet. I'm like taking the top down fucking photo.
And go to www.johnfeet.com to see more.
Oh no, I'm not gonna buy John Feet. Probably a Garfield website.
So here's the before picture. As you can see, it is sloppy with fries. We didn't have enough fries, of course, because my wife ate.
My wife ate some fries on the way home, which is obviously what you need to do. And also, this is ruining like one of the best fries ever. McDonald's fries are always good, especially if they're crispy. Yeah.
Get them fresh. And these were good. These were good fries we got. And so you put the nugs in there, you drizzle it with that barbecue sauce, and then you let it go. And here's the before. Right, ready? Here's the after.
Yeah.
Just everything wilted like a beautiful flower.
But you can see that this Big Mac.
Yeah, the bun is untouched.
This right here is the cheese melting out, and just like going everywhere. But you can see just kind of the tops of these. These would just come right off. But you can see the rice already looks pretty hard in there. Yeah, that's a problem. This is plated. What I had in a bowl. Just you got some mac. You got some partially breaded nug there, some cheese.
Yeah. What I would do if I was you was put it on like
Here's Spanky. This is your after, Spanky?
Yeah, it's my after, yeah.
Those nugs really held up.
I told you.
They look so much better than mine. I don't know what happened. I think it is.
You
Put the
forgot
barbecue
to
sauce
set
on
your
the
rice
end.
cooker to Big Mac.
And here's Spanky's plate, which looks way worse than mine.
And you can see the fucking rice is so dehydrated. It's like
Yeah,
stuck to everything.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's just that has to be like a white square plate, and then you do some little drizzle patterns
there's
of
my
like
Tupperware
Szechuan
picture.
sauce.
My Tupperware picture just looks like fucking garbage. Like,
know-
it looks like it fell out of a hefty bag.
What's funny is that like being in
Sure.
Tupperware is just like, yeah, that looks like leftovers. Like being sat in the fridge overnight and living in Tupperware, it makes it look more like real food.
My God, my camera is not restarting.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
there it is.
there it is.
I'm good.
So I don't know something's going on with TJ's connection, so I'm just gonna steal his idea. He said this in the chat. The next thing you guys have to do is the chalupa box meal in the rice cooker.
In the rice cooker?
In the rice cooker.
Here's the thing. They have
I'm
Mexican
doing it.
rice.
I'm doing it. I'm doing
Yeah.
it.
They
Fuck
have
it.
They have Mexican rice.
I can't
so-
think of anything about that meal that would not be good in a rice cooker.
Okay, so
All right.
here's the thing.
Here's the rule.
Chalupa box.
This one I'll
Chalupa box
do.
has Cinetwist,
Oh, okay. Not putting those in.
Cinetwist, hard shell taco,
Okay.
Cinetwist, hard shell taco, chalupa, and is it like
Chalupa cravings box. I got
Oh,
it up here on the screen.
Or he says beefy 5-layer burrito for a base.
Wait, but the Chalupa's cravings box. Drink Chalupa Supreme 5-layer burrito crunchy taco.
Mhm.
So you get a
I
5-layer
thought
burrito.
Okay, sure.
I do it.
So
I might
here's the
just
thing.
do.
Here's the thing
Yeah.
about the chalupa challenge. Hashtag chalupa challenge. It's taking social media by storm.
Uh-huh.
Taco Bell doesn't have Coke. Can you cook rice and Pepsi?
I am going to say this. I am not going to cook it in soda again because A, it ruined it, and B, it was way too sweet. It was bad.
Oh,
I'm not doing that. If I might, what I'll do, we'll do Pepsi.
No.
No, Baja Blast.
Blast.
It has to be done.
No, here's what you do. You cook it. You do regular water instead of the soda, but then you get a saucepan going on the oven, and you reduce the soda down to a sauce.
Baja Blast reduction.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I
we have
think
to do Baja Blast.
no, I'm not going to put the whole thing of Baja Blast in there as the water. It didn't work with the rice. And it needs regular water. You need to add a little bit more water. But what I'm going to make sure to do is I'll put a little bit of the Baja Blast in there. Just, like maybe
Just-
half of it Baja Blast, half of it water.
To get a nice zest of blast.
Mhm.
A blast zest.
We're doing it. I'm doing it this week.
This one,
Why
I'll do
not?
this one, yeah.
What the fuck else do I have to do?
Yeah.
I'll fucking put a bunch of garbage in my rice cooker. It'll probably taste good.
Oh no,
Here's what
my
McDonald's
tummy
Miracle
might
Rice
hurt,
tastes
and I'll have to stay home all day.
Yeah. Here's what the McDonald's Miracle Rice tastes like. Exactly what you think it's going to taste like. It does not affect the flavor of the McDonald's at all. It just tastes like a big bowl of McDonald's flavor.
It's like the KFC famous bowl, but with McDonald's.
Yeah, the only problem is the rice was crunchy because you just need to add extra liquid because the bread parts are going to soak it up. And it looks like actually, if you think about the chalupa, that's probably not going to soak up a ton. It's pretty dry, but it is fried, so it's like probably going to be standard. The burrito has only got a tortilla in it, which probably won't soak up a ton of water. And the crunchy taco is dry, but that's not going to soak up a ton of water. So I think you can probably go a little extra.
Can
water.
you like open up the chalupa to make it like a crust on top, like a pot pie situation?
Spanky, you and I are doing this. Maybe Matt will do it too.
Yeah, I'll do this
Get
one.
your phones. We'll each document our experiment. We'll take a photo before, with how we lay it out. You do whatever you want. If you want to have the burrito, I might chop the burrito up into like 4 pieces to, mix it around on top. But
I'm gonna do the
maybe I'll need to get tortilla chips. Can I sub cinnamon twists for the nacho chips and make that the base layer?
Here's the thing. I am going to do the hard mode challenge. No external configuration options, no substitution options. I'm going you put your rice into the rice
Don't put
cooker.
rice in there.
No, rice in, yeah. No, you put the rice into the rice cooker, and that's the only thing you can do that doesn't come from Taco Bell. So you have to use Baja Blast.
You want to do hard mode? You do hard mode. I'm
doing
going to
hard
tweak
mode.
a little bit.
You cannot cut your burrito because that would require something not from Taco Bell.
You can get a plastic knife at Taco Bell, I'm sure.
You can just pour. You can just rip it open with your bare hands.
I think honestly, I like what you're doing. I respect the game.
I think you
But
should go to the Taco Bell drive-thru and ask them if you could buy some uncooked rice.
They do sell rice. So. I mean, this sounds like it would be good. Fundamentally, probably better.
Okay,
You know.
but can I go to Woodman's and go to their Taco Bell aisle, which they definitely have, and buy some Taco Bell sauces to add?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if it's
Okay.
Taco Bell branded,
Yeah.
It's, I mean, you know, you
Get some,
didn't get
like
sauce
fire
packets.
sauce in a bottle or
Yeah,
something.
I'm getting fire sauce to put on it for sure. Like, this sounds so good. I'm
Yeah,
like
dude.
hungry.
And once again, the genius mind that brought you this idea was TJ. I take
Any
no
listeners
credit
that
for
want to
it.
do this too, fucking do it. Go on our Discord, and you know what? We need to create a hack the menu Discord channel that will put all this in. We'll have it.
We need to fucking hack the menu Instagram.
God,
Do you think
dude.
we'll
be
get
some
people going at
ins-
Taco Bell and be like, yeah, can I get the Born in the 80s podcast, hack the
Fuck
menu?
yeah.
The Bitecast Chalupa.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Man, okay, after we do... Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do that. Next week, after that, we'll come up with another fucking hack the menu challenge that we'll all try. Because why not?
All right.
There's nothing else we can do here. TJ, you
TJ's
here?
back. We've been very
restarted my
excited
phone.
about your idea.
I was still I was listening to the whole thing. You're fine.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. I'm excited. What do you
Yeah.
think about hard mode versus... See, now, have you ever been on YouTube and you see, like, the... I forget what fucking channel does it, but they have, like, the home chef, the
Yeah.
The
amateur
4
chef.
levels of whatever.
Yeah. So Spanky's doing the fucking hardcore challenge. I'm doing, like, the slight tweak, and I don't know what Matt's going to do. Matt's talking about fucking
I don't know.
butterflying
I
tortillas.
want to make it into
Here-
like a shepherd's pie kind of layered thing, you know?
You know how sometimes you'll see a YouTube channel that's like, or a YouTube video that's like, make this for only $5. Like, oh, make this cool thing for only $5. And it's like, all right, you only have to spend $5 from AliExpress on this thing. And it requires you to have like a drill press and like all the like several $1,000s
Yeah.
worth of equipment, a 3D printer, a fucking, you know, software, like all this stuff. It's like, so it only costs $5, assuming you have all this other bullshit. I'm doing the hard modes, like, this will cost you the price of a rice cooker, the
Yeah.
price of 2 scoops of rice, and the price of a chalupa meal, and that's it.
Yeah, like the
Can we-
the
can-
fucking the Anthony Bourdain. All you need is one pan and one chef's knife.
If you're doing the
Yep.
Baja Blast, you gotta have it with standard ice and dump that in. That's your
Oh,
water.
the ice is your water.
The
oh
ice is
my
your
god!
water.
Yes.
Okay. So I just want to point this out, guys. I love the website here. Giant letters, sodium warning. What does that mean?
It's got lots of sodium in it.
I know, but how much? How much of my daily amount? They don't tell you. They just warn you. Dude,
It's like,
you're getting some fucking sodium. Dude, you got a Dell. Dude, you got a sodium.
dude, you got some sodium.
Dude, you got some
Um,
sodium.
Crunch up the Cine Twists, mix them in.
Not happening. Absolutely not. It's a dessert.
Fine, sprinkle it on top.
That
I can do that. Yes,
Yeah.
as a garnish.
Yep.
Because I know what those are made out of,
You
and they
only
will
need to crunch
literally
one
turn
more.
into mush.
They're
Yeah.
they'll dissolve into sugar basically.
Yeah,
Or
it would taste
whatever.
like trash.
They're not even a good churro.
No,
No.
no. So those will be crunkled up over the top. We have a lot of viewers.
We're gonna come back next week and we're gonna check in with John, and he'll have gone to Taco John's.
I'll be dead from this. This is like, or we'll have discovered the coronavirus cure, and that is eat a fuckload of terrible Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Dude,
Turns
they-
out
have
all
you
you
seen-
need to
have you seen
do
their-
is stuff your system full of preservatives.
Yeah. If you've seen like the Taco Bell like ads, God, that's the worst part of the coronavirus. Are all the ads.
Oh, I have
they're
a
like-
fun drinking game for that.
We're
in this
here
together,
for
take a
you. We're in this
If
together.
you ever hear in these uncertain times in an advertisement, you take a drink.
That's a good one.
and you'll get
You do
fucked
that.
up.
All right. Speaking of taking a drink, I need to take a drink.
Uncertain times. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, no, here's the thing.
I'll be
Here's
right
Did
the
you guys
thing.
take an eye shots of Mountain Dew?
Yeah. Here's the thing about
Zero.
uncertain time. If you phrase it as uncertain times, you can either like be it can be interpreted by like people who are scared of the virus as like, oh yeah, because the virus. But it can be interpreted by the protesters as it's uncertain because of these damn liberals restricting
yeah.
our
I didn't think about that, but that makes perfect sense. So that's like some marketing team somewhere was like, "Oh, this is the perfect message. It gets both sides. It'll be fine."
Yeah.
We always live in uncertain times because we can't see the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck the coronavirus. I don't know what time I'm waking up in the morning.
Imagine like I don't know, in some timeline in 20 years, it's like, oh yeah, everything's great. Like, fucking world's in a great state. We're not gonna have global warming kill us all. Like, obviously, this is not the timeline we live in, but imagine that timeline. And then it's like, we could still run in uncertain times.
Yes.
Like, it's not certain.
My favorite thing is that like a lot of these ads will either be animation or they'll be empty stock footage. Because it's like, okay, well, we can't like shoot a thing, so we either need to get something that somebody can make from their home, or just get a bunch of fucking stock footage and go on Fiverr and get a voiceover for it. In these uncertain times, it's really commercial companies that are suffering the most. And we should think about
I
that.
bet that animators are getting a lot more work now.
Yeah, probably. I bet, especially like the one person team kind of things that you find on like YouTube and stuff. Like, I bet a lot of them are just like, oh yeah, I don't have a fucking studio, but I can self-isolate and make a professional quality commercial.
When I worked at a marketing company, we had one employee named Thomas he was just an animator. Like, we had a few people who could do animations, but that was just his job. Like, he just did animations for like, mobile ads or YouTube ads or whatever, just for all of the people we worked for. And I'm like, I bet he's probably getting work just because like everyone wants some type of ad to do.
Yeah.
And like the only thing that they can really do, like, they can't be like, oh, shoot some of our product or here's photos of our in-store or whatever. It's like, no, we just need a video so that we can run YouTube ads, because it requires you to not just have audio, you have to have video. So just like, we need you to make something we can run YouTube ads.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, this is like twice my rate. And they're like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I also bet that like voiceover artists are doing pretty well right now. Anyone that's got like their own recording setup at home.
If you're a small like camera team or whatever, you're probably fine.
Yeah. Like, well, I guess we don't exist anymore.
I was actually tempted to cook on stream today, but I'll put cook in big quotes.
Okay.
Only because I, like, right at the beginning of this whole thing, before I got my new shitty job,
Yep.
I had bought a bunch of stuff, because my mom likes Rice Krispie treats. And instead of doing the packaged stuff, just, make Rice Krispie treats from the house.
Yeah.
I think I talked about this on the podcast in the past, how I modified the recipe of doing half batches, but then, did a full stick of butter instead of the 1.5 tablespoons you would use in a half batch.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't eat any of the first batch I made. And it doesn't sound like she wants to do anything other than the wrapped, pre-made with preservatives one.
Sure.
So I'm like, fuck it. I bought some generic Cocoa Krispies. I'm just going to make Rice Krispie treats with whatever fucking syrup I want.
That's good. I like the Fruity Pebbles ones. I like.
Ooh, yeah.
I really hate the Rice Krispie, like the pre-made Rice Krispies a lot. Like, they just have they taste like chalk. Once you
have a weird flavor.
Once you've had a Rice Krispie, they have like the marshmallow is like chalky almost when you. It's like
It's probably it's probably one of the big preservatives in there. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
What is it?
Xanthan
Potassium
gum or some
glutamate
shit?
whatever. Xanthan gum, maybe.
Xanthan gum. I like it. Okay. You know what's really interesting about xanthan gum is that it sounds really fake, but it's not.
No,
Like,
it's not, yeah.
natural.
It's like
from-
cornstarch basically. It's just
Well-
a thickening agent.
Yeah, well, no, it's because it was named after xanthan, which is so it has an X in it, but it's actually like a plant.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not really, what I mean, it's just a thickening agent. But anyway, yes.
So
What
what?
do they call it? What's the cool name for that? It sounds like something like from Gears of War.
Are you talking
Isn't
about
it-
guar gum?
No, an emulsifying agent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was supposed to say it's an emulsifier. It
Oh,
mixes waters and fats.
Gears of War had a thing called emulsion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
xanthan
had
gum
a
is
stream delay while I was peeing, so I might be a little bit behind. But TJ, let me make a suggestion. The next time you make cereal bars, Churro Crunch. It's by the people that make Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's fucking delicious.
Yeah.
You gotta
Dude,
crush them
that's-
up a little bit because they're big pieces.
I would just do honeycomb.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I haven't had honeycombs in 20 years.
I don't know what fucking marketing person made their career on making sure we all say it as like Rice Krispie treats. But you can do any cereal. That's the thing.
Yeah. Dude, honeycomb treats sounds awesome. You should do it. Maybe if you do that, post some photos.
Well, there's honeycomb at my work, so I could just pick some up.
There you go.
Maybe then do corn pops after that.
Ooh, I don't know about corn pops.
Honey smacks.
That would be good.
Honey Smacks.
Honestly, any cereal is probably good.
Wait, what's the sugar one? Sugar Pops?
Frosted
Sugar
Mini
Smacks.
Wheats.
Sugar Smacks?
Is it Smacks? I've only
That's
ever
the one
had
with
the
the
like
frog.
yeah, it's the
I-
frog.
I
I've
feel like-
only ever had like the like grocery store.
What was the name of that frog? Sugar Smack Frog?
The Smack Addict, Sugar Frog. Or you could get like one of those, those I don't know. if
Wait,
these are
it's
still-
called Honey Smacks.
Yeah.
Oh, it used to be called Sugar
Oh
Smack.
yeah, that sounds
They
like a
changed
marketing.
It's Honey
the name
Smacks
to
now.
Honey Smacks
Yep.
because they're like honey is not as
Nobody knows that honey is made almost
Look,
entirely of sugar.
But there's also Golden something is a different company.
Golden
Same
Crisp.
thing. Golden Crisp, yeah.
Golden
Grams.
Crisp.
Grams are amazing.
No, what's the other? Yeah, what's the other?
No, Golden Crisp, yeah.
No, it's not Golden Crisp. Come on.
Yeah, because Honey Smacks and Golden Crisp are basically
Golden
both
Corral.
puffed wheat berries.
I'm looking this up. There's Sugar Puffs,
Sugar Puffs is what I was thinking.
which
Golden-
was a
Did
British.
you say Golden
original.
Crisp?
Golden Crisp, yeah.
Yeah, that's the bear.
Yeah.
It is okay.
It looks
is.
like
Honey
it,
Smacks and
it's
Golden Crisp
Post,
are-
which is like the
All right, guys.
the dumb little
Marketing-
brother of the cereal.
We got
they're
world.
both
market. We
puffed
need to
wheat berries, right?
we need to go over the marketing history and evolution of the Honey Smacks. All right, so we started off as Sugar Smacks. In 1953 to 1956, it was various clowns served as the advertising mascot, including
Man.
Cliffy the Clown, which has his own Wikipedia page.
And the days before John Wayne Gacy and it, like, clowns were a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Cliffy the Clown was an actual physical like clown who performed as a clown who endorsed the cereal. All right, next up, Smaxy the Seal in 1957.
The seal with two black eyes.
a sailor suit wearing seal named Smaxy. I wish I could get an image of this. Smaxy the Seal. I want to see what it looks
I
like.
broke TJ.
Why would you do that to me, Matt? A seal with two black eyes.
What? It was like the 50s. It was a different time.
Sugar Smacks.
We go
Seal.
clubbing like a baby seal.
Oh my god, this clown is a nightmare. I gotta put screen share.
Share
on.
it. I need to see this.
He's like a cone head.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's fucking terrible.
Wait, I remember that.
You got a fucking toy gun. Yeah, but anyway, here's this. Here's Smaxley, the seal. A Smaxley ring you'd get. Okay.
You could just
next
see
up-
like the alcohol fumes like drifting off of all of these marketing decisions.
Well, okay, you can tell the drugs started happening in the mid 60s because we move on to the Smackin' Bandit. This mascot became the Smackin' Bandit, a half mule, half kangaroo who kissed everyone in sight. What?
You know,
Smackin' Bandit.
I was really glad when after 40 years they finally caught the Smackin' Bandit using familial DNA.
Is that him? That's not. That's Wally. Where's the Smackin' Bandit? This doesn't
Well, I
exist.
mean, come on, guys. It was the 60s. There definitely wasn't that many interracial mule kangaroo couples. Tracing the DNA was pretty easy.
Yeah,
The-
we're still
the smack-
barely
I gotta
breaking the
see the smack.
interspecies barrier.
Give me the Smackin' Bandit here. Come on. God damn it. Nobody can find this. There's a fucking my guide to failed recipe things. Characters of advertising about WordPress.com. Come on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So they don't even like.
Is
Fucking
he a sheriff? Because it
no.
says
No.
bandit.
Let's
bandit, but
move
he
on.
has-
That, Stop. That's the next one.
That's
We haven't
Sheriff
gotten there yet.
McHorse, the next one.
Yeah.
The obvious
No.
the obvious whatever the fuck I'm trying
No,
to say.
sorry. We skipped one. I skipped Quick Draw McGraw, who is the Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
Okay.
El Kabong!
Yeah, exactly. And so he was a Sugar Smacks guy for a while. You know, you get him. So whatever.
Quick Draw
What?
McGraw's thing is that he
The
was a white
'70s went crazy. Oh no, that's HR Puffin stuff. Banana Splits, got it. All right, I was like, that's like some. I was gonna say that's some HR Puffin stuff nonsense.
Quick Draw McGraw's thing is that he was a white person who dressed up as a Latino person and then hit people with a guitar.
Okay, so the Smackin' Bandit was for 1 year, it looks like, and he got Me Too'd, even in the '60s. He was kissing too many people. Okay, so
Canceled.
the Smackin' Bandit, which there apparently has been erased from the internet because you cannot find a picture of the Smackin' Bandit.
I mean, come on. How do you find only 1965 boxes of a series?
1960, yeah.
Yeah.
I got some.
And like
Closet.
you can't really go on YouTube and search for commercials because in a pre-VCR world, like that shit
Yeah.
just doesn't exist anymore.
I need to find an image of the Smackin' Bandit.
Can you
All right,
talk
anyway.
about the brief period where Spock was the spokesperson for Smack cereal? Apparently,
What are you talking about? Star Trek. Okay, no, let's get on to it. But we gotta get through the rest of this. All right. So we move on from the Smackin' Bandit to the Smackin' Brothers, and
Which was
let's
the same as the Smacking Bandit. They just only kissed each other.
yeah. And you know, they even though they did
Just
kill
Patterson
innocent people
brothers.
robbing those banks, they were seen
cereal.
as kind of like a liberator, kind of like a hero of the people thing.
So yeah, they're just two bros sitting in a hot tub 5 feet apart because they're not gay, having sugar smacks.
Just
And
a,
as you can see
couple
there-
of shirtless dudes enjoying some sugar snacks.
Did you know that it's vitamin powered sugar smacks now with more vitamins? They say.
Ah,
Oh, that's when they're.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
And then they
enriched.
mention here that there were also promotional designs featuring characters from Star Trek in 1966 because the cartoon or the TV show was on and kids like that apparently. And that now they're talking about vitamin powered. All right, the one that we all know about
Yeah.
is Diggum the Frog.
dude,
Yep.
seeing
That's-
that name, like I don't know where it was in my brain, but somewhere in there was the fact that I knew that Frog's name was Diggum. I just had forgotten it. And
What the fuck?
It's on his
Sorry.
fucking shirt.
What is this?
that's Diggum Frog.
No. This is the Indian chief. For a brief time in the early 70s, they're like, let's co-opt the Native Americans. And
Well, I think that was around the time of the they got the Italian guy to do
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
recycle video.
Yeah.
They got some Italian dude to dress up as an Indian single tier.
Yeah.
So the Indian chief is realistic and appeared in commercials, and the announcer talked about how the cereal gave him stamina and energy to perform his duties.
Yeah, that traditional Native American food, sugary cereal. Actually,
Okay, and
I remember hearing as a kid that if you got a box where he was shooting at a star and you collected like 20 of those, you could turn it in for a free box of cereal.
Okay. Oh, hey guys, you want the Funko Pop of Diggum Frog?
I'm trying to like work my way through the fact that there's a Funko Pop of Dig'em Frog, and there's also a Funko Pop cereal. And
So here's the 70s. So we've moved on. Let's move on here. Early 1970s, Dig'em Frog. He was, popular. Kids loved him. He's a frog. He has Dig'em because he likes to dig that cereal. He dig it.
He digs it.
Can you dig it?
Dynamite.
Yeah, he's
70s.
hip to the children. And then there's Love Smacks, a character who was a heart-shaped dog who gave hugs to children. Did Joe Biden eat a lot of this cereal?
It's a problematic name.
What is it? Wait, what was the name? Love Dog? What?
Love Smacks?
Love Smacks.
If you Google image search Love Smacks, I don't know what you're going to get.
Okay, well, thankfully I must have safe search on because I just freewheeled that one directly into Google.
Be the type of no, I was reading
You
it.
just went in raw with the Love.
I don't see that. I see some later mascots. Let's see if this article I have has him. No, it skips over that. So that was another short-lived. They're like, you know what? Fucking Dig'em Frog's not hip. In the 80s, we got to get Love Smacks. But then they replaced him an animal more associated with honey, Wally the bear, in 1986 and 1984.
Because as we
France.
all know, bears make honey.
Yes.
Wait, these ads featured Wally, not to be confused with Wally Bear from Wally Bear and the No Gang, which apparently was a cartoon at the time, pestering a kid eating a bowl of Honey Smacks and doing anything to get some.
Can I just say that Wally Bear and the No Gang is the most 70s ass name for a cartoon I've ever heard?
Yeah. These were animated by Kurtz and Friends. These commercials performed poorly since they seemed too much like the Trix commercials. And they brought back Dig'em Frog the final year. So Wally the Bear was like, you know what? We need Dig'em the Frog. Let's do that. And I think Dig'em Frog is the final one there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say I never thought I would read the sentence saying that a honey-based sugar cereals mascot would be half mule, half kangaroo who kissed everyone in sight. That has to be fake because we can't find it.
I don't
And this
understand.
this article doesn't have it. So I have a feeling somebody. How do you find the Wikipedia edits?
Can
Edits,
a
yeah.
You go to the
mule
talk page. I want to go to this talk page. I'm very
mule
curious.
There is no way
breed
that this is real.
with a kangaroo.
So,
So-
Honey Smack talk page has a thing, a headline called "Urine Smell." After eating this cereal, your urine smell like cereal, much like because I think it's worth mentioning somewhere in this article. Maybe not what anyone will expect to see, but it is an interesting fact. P.S. Don't believe me? Eat a bowl right before you go to bed. When you wake up and go to the bathroom, take a whiff. It's not pretty, but it does smell like the cereal from January 2007.
So
I will say when I googled can a mule can a mule mate with a K, the autocomplete was kangaroo. So this is not an uncommon question. I have
This
not
has to
found
exist.
any evidence of this happening though.
Sugar Smacks, Smackin' Bandit. This has to be real.
Thank you. Specifically searched the web for this reason. My urine smells like honey. Eat them. The article validates and confirms my experience with others.
No, I have bad news. You just have diabetes from eating too much fucking Honey Smacks.
Oh my god.
I refuse to believe that this exists because it looks like every article I'm reading is just fucking the garbage that the internet exists now, where it's just pulling information off of Wikipedia pages and putting it on an article. So no, unless
Dude, I'm
if
gonna
you
post this in the
can
Discord.
find me a picture of the smacking bandit, I will send you $5 in the mail.
Okay, but here's the thing. I did find a list of animal hybrids, and I found the beefalo, and it's fucking terrifying. I'm gonna post this in the Discord. it's a cow bred with a buffalo, and it's fucking jacked, and it wants to take my lunch money.
Wait, whoa. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm on lavasurfer.com, cereal Kellogg's, history of Kellogg's cereal mascots. Additional information in here. Maybe this is where Wikipedia got it from. The Smackin' Bandit, not shown, because they don't have an image. Half kangaroo, half mule with big wet lips, is what it says. Spent his time trying to kiss everybody. I mean, I get it, because, a smack is like a wet kiss.
And I get like donkeys have those big fucking lips and stuff. But I don't know if kangaroos are known for
he's
sloppy
jumping
horse
around.
faces.
Also, there's no love smacks.
I mean, I know a website, but it's different.
It's called kink.com.
And that brings us to our sponsor, kink.com. Go to kink.com, search for kink.com/Spanky for your discount code.
Yeah.
The Smackin' Bandit.
Well, look, guys, I'm going to go to kink.com/spank. 404, file not found.
Okay,
Pick
try
orange,
just
straight pick.
go to that. I actually heard from the marketing department there that might happen because they haven't finished setting up the website or whatever. So you just go to kink.com and you go into their search field and you just search for spanking, and that's basically the same thing.
All right. So it has this kink.com/Spanky. The 404 page shows you pick your porn, straight, gay, show me both. I feel like I don't have an option for asexual.
See, here's the thing.
Like,
My fetish is actually 404 pages. So
well, they really do have everything. You heard it here first, guys. Kink.com.
What years was the Smackin' Bandit?
1965. 65.
Okay, so it's not going to be in these
but it came back in the 90s, right?
76 commercials I'm watching right now.
No.
Because I remember the
Smackin'
frog
Bandit
from
never
the
came
90s.
back. No,
No,
no.
not the Smackin'
No,
Bandit.
Diggum is the current
frog,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, he came back and stayed. The advertising campaigns Diggum to have a bowl
I
of
got
smacks
Diggum.
while trying to outsmart his nemesis Kitty. By 1997, these commercials were discontinued. Diggum's voice was provided by Len Dressler and later Frank Welker. Heyo. While ads for Honey Smacks no longer air in the U.S., more recent ads in other countries depict Diggum as a character who is crazily addicted to smacks. Crazily addicted to smacks.
I love how many cereal mascots display like addict behavior. And they're
I'm
just
fucking
I'm
insane
fucking
for these
Jonesy, man.
fucking
Matt, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
I'm going to post a link in the Twitch chat because I really can't get to Discord right now.
Honestly, so
in our Discord,
Yeah.
that is a 1976 Diggum Sugar Smacks commercial.
All right. We're going to post this. We're going to share this in the Discord, and John's going to put it up on his 4 frames per second stream.
Sorry,
I feel
what?
like I gotta
Go to
give
the
credit.
He doesn't have to show it, but it's going to be in our Discord regardless.
This is
I
the
feel like-
this is the Don Draper Life cereal pitch parody meme thing.
Actually, when it turns out at the end, spoiler alert, at the end of Mad Men when Don Draper pitched a commercial for Coke, it was just Mac and me.
That's true.
I feel like we should give credit to the cereal mascots who aren't addicts, like Captain Crunch, who just wants to fucking crunchitize you.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he's a career military man.
yeah,
You
and
want to play these?
what's funny is
No,
that he actually is an admiral, I think, because of the character design of his patches on his arm. I think he's actually an admiral. And then
Admiral
Lucky
Crunch.
the leprechaun from Lucky Charms is just trying to be left the fuck alone. Like, he's not in this to be a mascot. He's just like, I love these Lucky Charms. These
He's like the opposite of the Trix Rabbit. He's just like instead of being the chaser, he's the chased. And he's just like, fucking just let me be. God damn it.
I love that they were like, you know what we need for our cereal mascot? Someone to sexually assault everyone.
So I'm just looking at the image search
I mean, it was
results
the
for
60s.
Sugar
That was
Smacks.
like what you did.
Why does
I know.
the clown have like a weird brain-shaped birthmark above his left eye? What the
I
fuck
don't
is
know.
that?
It's a clown.
Is it like a gunshot?
Oh my
wound?
god! That's a sugar smack!
Yeah.
Oh my god. That looks fucking weird. It looks like a fucking Gorbachev.
You know he's still alive?
Oh man. Did he like Chernobyl? Because he's in it.
I don't know.
Go ask
I
him.
wonder if they've interviewed him about
Just
the
go
show.
go to YouTube and search for Gorbachev reacts to Chernobyl with the Fine Brothers. Trademark. All rights reserved.
I just searched Count Chocula, and there's a Wikipedia page just called Monster Cereals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whole like Hammer
I know,
cinematic universe.
But I think it's just interesting that they lumped them all together. Because you guys remember, Tired, Count Chocula, Wired, Frankenberry, inspired the Fruit Brute that existed for a period in the 70s. Or the Yummy Mummy, which also existed for a while in the 80s. But was discontinued.
I think I remember a Yummy Mummy, or maybe I'm thinking of Boo Berry.
There is a Boo Berry,
I
yes.
remember a revival at some point in the 90s.
Of
for
a
some
Yummy
reason.
Mummy?
No,
It is,
I'm
actually,
looking
yes.
at. It might have
Yummy
just,
Mummy was discontinued in 92. So you may have had
okay,
them as
that
a
might be
child.
what it was.
But it was relaunched in 2013 and then discontinued again. Fruit Brute was also relaunched in 2013, and they were just doing let's do old classic cereals.
Yeah, and the Fruit Brute is a werewolf, which I feel
Yeah.
like is just lazy naming. Like
You know what I
you
love?
couldn't come with like a wolf pun.
I couldn't.
You can't. John has not come.
Okay, I want you guys to look at the pictures of these. I'm doing screen share a lot today, huh?
Yeah.
Of these
Especially
different
the
mascots.
Podcasts are a notoriously visual medium.
So let's look at Count Chocula's face here. All right, let's move on to Frankenberry here.
Okay.
Let's move
You know,
on.
the real
Look up-
Frankenberry was the doctor.
What do these have in common? They all have the fucking DreamWorks face.
Yeah.
Well,
Goddamn,
these are the
fucking mouth open, half smirking cartoon character.
Keep going to
face
the
that-
Mummy though, because it was
It's
weird back
Hotel
in the day.
Transylvania.
Wait, go back. Yeah, exactly. They were like Hotel Transylvania. That's the thing. All right, here's Fruit Brute.
Yeah, see, this is where it starts to get vintage. These are the ones that didn't have a
Oh,
revival and they didn't get DreamWorks.
I'd fuck that
And
too.
there's
That's fine.
Fruit cereal. And then there's the Yummy Mummy. He's just normal. He's like, I'm a mummy. I got monster mallows.
Yeah, I'd fuck him too.
Yeah.
Fruit flavor frosted cereal with vanilla flavored marshmallows. It's fine. You'd fuck him?
Yeah. You have
No.
all sexy eyes.
You never want to fuck a mummy, TJ. You want to fuck the step mummy.
You know somebody's persona is the Fruit Brute.
My persona is the Fruit Brute. That's the episode title. Thank you.
Fruit Brute furry.
I mean, are these personas or for cereal?
Fuck.
Dude, I just want to say
Is there any way to make cereal Sona like how? Okay.
the breakfast cereal cinematic universe is incredible. There
Yeah.
are so many amazing made up fucking characters to sell breakfast cereals. Oh, do you remember
even beyond
from
that? Like,
1989?
if you were to make a breakfast cereal cinematic universe, the
Yeah.
way I'm just imagining this massive cartoon mashup that was about drugs that I saw in school, but it would also include the Transformers and Super Mario Brothers and Tetris and Funko Pops.
Wait. Tetris? Was there
There
a
was-
Tetris cereal?
I think so. There was a Tetris candy. I feel like there was a Tetris cereal. Tetris cereal.
You guys ever had the Oreo cereal?
There's
Yeah, it's great.
Papaganos.
Love it.
And so when they first launched the Oreo cereal, and like, I feel like Oreos cereal, Oreo O's. Yeah, it was. So they were first launched in 1996.
Did we lose John?
And
What?
I don't think
No,
so. I
his
think
camera just
video
doesn't
hasn't
like
started.
switching back from a screen share.
Sorry, I
And-
was making a hack the menu Discord channel so we can
Hack the
Have that.
Discord.
sorry, continue. Oreo cereal, I do remember this.
So I was 5 or 6 when they first came out. So like prime age to eat just sugar for breakfast. Not that I'm not still that age. I am that age years old all the time.
It's just
Now
that
I
now
have
you have
whole- I know
consequences.
I have Whole Foods sugary cereal. Their
Yeah.
chocolate peanut butter puff cereal. So I get it.
So
Now I eat just a lot of good friends because it reminds me of good friends. That's a cereal.
the Oreo O's. I remember getting them. Like, I remember like telling my mom because like it was on Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, or whatever. Like, we need this cereal. It's Oreo, but cereal. Yeah. And I remember we got it and I hated it because it was not Oreo. What I really wanted was just crunched up Oreo cookies and milk. But then later, they must have changed the recipe because like I remember being in like middle school and I'm like, oh, I didn't like that when I was a kid. I wonder if I'd like it now, and it's fucking amazing.
Do you guys remember in like a few years ago when they put out the cereal and it was like Adnan Saeed and Aisha Shapes and like Asia and Becky and Kathy, and these are all people from the podcast. That was a really good joke.
So I just want to mention a thing here. I've been researching, and I'll continue to research this for next week. Well, I'll bring this back. I've linked it in the new Discord Hack the Menu channel.
That's
There's just a lot of-
YOLO420.com/born in the 80s, all lowercase.
Thank you. I'm looking up a couple cereals that existed in the 70s. Were a wild time for sugary cereals because we've got a mascot for Bixby Beaver, who is a big fan of baseball. He was the cereal Kellogg's Crunchy Logs with 2 G's. Who's eating that? Crunchy Logs?
That's like, dude, can you imagine if it did a relaunch? They would call them thick logs, like thick with 2 C's, log with 2
Oh
G's.
my god. Okay, and then there's a lot of other really generic ones that make sense. But I have this one I wanted to bring up. There was Rootin' Tootin', a Kellogg's Corn Pops mascot in 1989 who was a cowboy who wore 2 corn-shaped guns, and he had circles cut out through the hat so you could see his eyes. And the guns magically shoot an inexhaustible supply of corn pops out of their barrels into the breakfast bowls of people in need. He traveled with his trusty horse, Grace. The cinematic universe is created in the like that. That's a whole world.
That's like the
just for
Hawkeye,
that.
you know. But I don't see this as a hat that he has eye holes because you can see his mouth and eyebrows. So I think his head is literally a cowboy hat.
And that's fine. Oh, the other thing I also saw is there's another cereal here. We got Joe the OJ's Orange Rancher. In 1985, 1986, Kellogg's had a cereal called OJ's, which were orange cereal flavored with 10% real orange juice. You know what
They
I
were
love?
briefly brought
Oranges
back.
and milk together.
They were briefly brought back in the early 90s for an unknown reason.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
No, when they did the O.J. Simpson Making a Murderer Netflix series, they workshopped a relaunch.
Yeah.
No, except this time the mascot has to be a woman of color.
Because that's who O.J. killed.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a great joke. It was just like, that's what I would imagine somebody doing a reboot now of Serial would. Can we just delete this podcast and start over?
Yeah,
I'm done looking. There's 8 million amazing like mascots that only existed for like 1 year to sell fucking sugar cereal to children, and it's the poochiest shit ever. It's like, we got to make a character who's rad, the kids like, so they'll buy our fucking cereal that ruins their mouths. The British had a cereal in early 2000s called the No Problemos, and that was The Simpsons.
Interesting.
Kellogg's
Were they
Eat My
shaped like a
Shorts. Eat My Shorts cereal. Shaped like Bart Shorts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got to end this episode because it's late. I didn't even talk about Quibi, which I've been wanting to talk about because I did the free trial about that
Okay,
service.
talk about Quibi.
Did you watch the girl with the golden arm?
No. Yes, I did. It's fucking insane. There is so much insanity on that. Sorry, I will talk about it more next week because I've been watching a lot of the shows because I want to get that. It honestly feels like these are like the fake TV shows that exist in the background of real TV shows. It is insane. Like
This is like the
girl with
Rick
the
and
golden
Morty
arm.
like interdimensional cable.
the girl with the golden arm is insanity and it needs to be seen by everyone. And it's free to get Quibi. You know, this has been sponsored by Quibi. It's free for a month.
Didn't they post a bunch of shit on YouTube now too?
Also what they've done is we're sharing people's data illegally, so that's good.
This is
Anyway.
why I don't sign up for free shit, by the way.
Anyway, but
Look,
it's $5
they're only
a month.
like a multi-billion-dollar backed company. How would they know
This is
what
why
internet
I
security
spend-
is?
This is why I have a $5 a month subscription to my fucking email address.
Yeah. Let's move on.
And that's
to
at
end.
Spanky at I don't fucking know. Email. I don't know. So Quibi, huh?
What the fuck is this? France. Kellogg's Crispy C. A cereal in France. Dick the Fish, the mascot.
Dick
Sure
the fish
enough.
gonna get in-
Well, to be fair,
Dick is a blue fish with a red baseball cap
Dick
and a
means
yellow
something
polo
very
shirt.
different in France. It doesn't mean Richard. It means penis. So it's
Dick the Fish. That's what I have. John_Danger at Twitter.com. Dick the Fish.
And you can find me at twitch.tv/dickthefish, or hemsworthfeet.world, or matthangmusic.com.
I feel like I should say on behalf of all the animal rights activists, please don't dick the fish.
No, never dick the fish.
I've been Spanky on this podcast. I'm done.
And TJ, oh, you're not muted anymore.
I'm not broken. Find me in places.
Yeah, you can
Say
find
on
him on Twitter as
on
May of May.
Or
May of May 84. All right,
it's fucking Mi Jong Oh.
fuck
What's the green
you.
lady's name?
Copper Bottom. Oh, from the movie Robots. Okay.
hmm
A lot of
That's
movie
right, that's
tie-in
right.
Yeah.
serials.
That's a whole other rabbit hole. The movie tie-in serials that only existed for like a month.
They've got this website has every sugar cereal mascot on it. It's amazing.
I have Elf on the Shelf cereal.
What the
Venerable-
fuck?
Wait, what the fuck is this? Post Sugar Crisp, Venerable Jarvis was a butler. He worked for a rich family called Richest Robinson.
Oh, that's
He was
the
up
guy
to steal-
that works for Tony Stark, I think.
What is this? Okay, Post Sugar Crisp cinematic universe is insane, and we'll get into it next week.
Man, I can't wait until after those movies hit big and people start taking it to downturn, and then we get the girl with the golden
pirates.
crisp arm. Bye, everyone.